Alright, here it is. My brand new used 2015 WRX. It's a beautiful blue color. Of course, I had to get the blue one. We're going to go over the interior, exterior, what I think about both, and what type of modifications we should do to this thing in this video. So let's go ahead and get started with the exterior first. So it looks, in my opinion, absolutely beautiful. You've probably seen thousands of these things. Now, everything on this car is completely stock except for two things. One being these tires, the rims and the wheels came with the car this way. It needed new wheels when I bought it, so the dealer just did that. Very nice. And also these pieces of carbon fiber here, which I kind of like. So let's start in the front. It is a beautiful car. These are absolutely gorgeous. Now, one thing I'm thinking about replacing is they make a lot of really cool carbon fiber hood scoops. Now, this one has a small little crack in it. Not a big deal, but why not replace it with something awesome in carbon fiber? You have to let me know. Splitters, maybe a lip in the front. They get expensive, so we'll have to see. If you have a WRX that you've modified, customized the exterior of, you're gonna have to really let me know what you recommend, because I'm completely new to this, man. Side skirts, I'm not really thinking it. I think this looks good on its own, and honestly, they kind of do stick out a little bit more than I thought, which is nice. Gives a nice wide feel to it. We'll go over the interior in just a little bit. Of course, I'm gonna have to get mud flaps. I mean, no mud flaps on 8-year-old WRX. What were the previous owners thinking? I don't know what I want to do back here. I don't know what type of spoiler. I'm not going to get an STI spoiler. I'm not trying to be an STI. However, maybe like some sort of maybe an S209 wing. Maybe S209, S28, S207, all just about the same. Maybe one of those. Vortex generator, absolutely. In fact, I already have that purchased, and we're going to be installing that shortly. So that's going to be another video coming out soon. That's the thing. Big black piece of plastic. It comes across here. It has the ridges in it. They have carbon fiber ones, but man, they're way too expensive. So of course we bought the plastic. They make roof spoilers, little roof spoilers that kind of stick out along here a little bit. Decided probably not going to do that. I'm going to stick with the vortex generator. They make all sorts of vortex generators, small ones that just go along here, small ones that just go along here, and of course the big one that you just slap and it just goes from here to here all the way across. And that's the one I got, so we're going to see how that goes in. Maybe I can recommend it to you. We'll have to see. The exhaust probably will do a catback of sorts. This is stock exhaust. I think this all looks fine. Probably not going to mess with this a whole lot. The carbon fiber trimming, might as well keep it. I mean, it looks good. Now for exterior stuff, that's probably really it. I was thinking about also the rain deflectors that you can put over the window here, because the guy, he had an SCI who had them, and it did make the car look better having those black rain guards. Kind of made things look a little wider. The offset of these wheels is nice though. They kind of stick out a little bit. Overall, great body shape and exterior on this car. Now let's take a look at the interior. Now this is the limited trim, so it has the leather with red stitching. I got a vacuum. We got all sorts of crumbs in here already. I still got the plastic down here, but the exterior is very nice, or interior is very nice. I like it a lot. It's fairly simple up front, which I'm a fan of. Let's see, 2 cup holders. You have to pull the lever to move this seat. No big deal. The driver's side is electric door. Very simple. Taking a look at the back seat, there is actually plenty of room back here. If you're looking at these cars and thinking, well, I want a 4-door, but it probably will be a little cramped. It's actually not. Plenty of space back here to fit into. There's the door again. Nothing fancy on the door. The interior, though, I like it. Keep saying nothing fancy, but it's actually everything I wanted. I like the black and the red stitching. Here's a look up front. We'll go ahead and take a look at the driver's side view here. Alright, so getting into the driver's side, a couple more buttons. Now something I bet half of you have already noticed is this little thing. So that's right, we got a automatic. It does have the manual paddle shifters, which I'll show you in a little bit. The manual probably would have been more fun. It was more expensive than this automatic. And to be honest, I'm a little bit of a lazy driver, so I don't know if the manual fun would have been worth the extra money. with all the clutching. So I decided to go with the automatic, and I'm a fan of it so far. Manual would have been fun, but I do like the automatic. So if you're looking at automatics and manuals, it's just up to you, man. I have no preference between those because I am enjoying the automatic. This is what the dash looks like. You have a couple different buttons to switch through using a shifter here. We got volume controls on the left, and then some cruise control stuff, and the whole sport sharp thing going on the right. Here are those paddle shifters. If you put it down into manual, down and then over, you can use that plus and then the minus over there on the back to shift up and down. Here's the entertainment display. It does have a map, audio. You can do AM, FM, CD. It's got the CD player up here. You can Bluetooth your phone to it, which is what I'm normally doing. The whole air conditioning is very easy to control. Some knobs. Up here we have another display. This is the one I keep it on. It has different screens. Shows oil temperature, the boost gauge, and miles per gallon. And of course you have that's like a digital boost gauge, and you have a whole bunch of things to click through up there, but I like to just keep it on that one. Overall, I am a huge fan of this interior. I think it is great. We do have heated seats. Big fan of the interior. Nothing super crazy on the inside, but I wanted it that way, and I like the black, like the leather, so the interior is good. Let's go ahead and pop the hood. All right, so under the hood here, probably the first thing you guys are going to notice is almost all of this, in fact, all of it is completely stock, which I'm kind of a big fan of, to be honest. This will give me plenty of my own little freedom to do whatever I want with the whole engine bay as well. Probably going to do an air intake, of course. Might do better intercooler radiators. Beyond that, I don't really think I'm going to do anything, at least not for a long time, just because I don't want to go super crazy on this thing, and I want to keep it reliable. That's the big thing with these WRXs and these STIs. They are reliable cars until you modify the shit out of them to give you 350 plus horsepower, and then it starts getting iffy. And you have to be careful how you're driving it and what you're doing with it all the time. This car takes premium. That's what I fill it up with. I think it's worth it to me. Along with all these performance upgrades, the exhaust, the air intake, radiators, whatever, I'm going to also do some sort of Cobb access port with a tune on it as well, and I'm going to need some of your advice for that as well, because I'm new to all this. Don't really know how that works, but I'm a big fan of this all being stock. Lets me do whatever I want with it. So that's the car. You let me know what we should do next after the vortex generator, because I'm already ready to put that on, and I'm already going to be putting that on today, and that video will be out later. But it is a beautiful car, and I do highly recommend, if you're into these cars, go take a look at them, shop around, take your time, find a cheap one you can afford, and buy it, because look at this beautiful car. Absolutely beautiful. All right, thank you all for watching. I'll see you later.